Hello everyone, this is Kathy at the Backyard Stamper, and today we're going to case the catalog. And I saw this card in here and I loved it. We live very close to the ocean, fortunately, and we go there quite a bit. And so here's my take on the card. I made that card using two stamp sets. One is this oceanfront set, which doesn't have any sentiments in it, but it does have the sky, the water, the sand, some beach boulders, beach grass. This can be anything you want. So very versatile, and it also looks very watercolored without all the work. The other stamp set that I used is this one here on the horizon, and I also used the horizon stamp or dies to make the little fence here. These two come in a bundle, and when you purchase a bundle, it's always 10% off of both. And here they are right here. This is the stamp set, and I used the grass here and this sentiment here and the thinking of you, and the dies I used the fence right here. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to use the Stamparatus today because I found it was easier to stamp these big, flat, more solid stamps using the Stamparatus. And the beauty of the Stamparatus is you can use, it comes with two plates, and you'll see in a minute I used both sides. So this is going to be my sky, and this piece of paper right here is an exact quarter of an 8.5 by 11. So it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and we're going to trim that down after. And I'm going to use, this is Seaside Spray, which is no longer current, but my Balmy Blue I can't find, so I thought, well, I better just use that for now. It's a little dark going full strength, so I'm going to go partial strength, and I use a little whiteboard eraser to help. So my first stamping is that. Now I'm going to go right to my paper and make sure it's right down in the corner in case I have to do it twice, and give it a nice little rub with my eraser. And I've got a splotch in the middle that I want to really get. And that's what's so great about the Stamparatus. You can go back to redo it in the same spot. Okay, let me change my plate. And I'm going to come in on this particular plate. I have one on the front and one on the back. So let me close up my ink there. And my water is going to be Bermuda Bay, which I'm going to ink that right up. And I'm going to also take it to my scratch paper. It's a little dark. Take some of it off. And now go to my card. And you see what I mean about getting that watercolor look? It's absolutely fantastic. Now I'm going to reverse my plate because I already had these set up, and this is going to be my sand. So I'm going to take my crumb cake, and ink that up. Now this one I'm not going to stamp off. I'm going to take it direct to the paper and give it a little rub. And I think I'm going to just press it a little bit more. There we go. Now, those are done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down to 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. So you'll have this size. Let me just close up my ink pad that I don't need. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with some grass, beach grass, and I'm going to use Sahara sand for that. I'm going to ink that right up, and I'm going to go right about there. Then I'm going to take the Catskill and more beach grass, and I'm going to go up a little bit higher. Now what I want to do is I just want to take that where it kind of looks like the ground off, so that it almost looks like an extension of these. And we'll go just like that. There. Now I'm going to come in with my Memento Black and stamp the birds. My black is very, very juicy because it's a brand new pad and I love it, but I have to remember to stay gentle. There. That looks spectacular. So now I'm just going to give that a minute to dry. Put that right there. I embossed a 1/4 sheet of Bermuda Bay using the Tasteful Textile embossing folder. And this measures 5 1/4 by 4. And my cardstock piece is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored and folded at 4 1/4. And you know, I thought maybe I wanted it like this, and it was too plain, so I just added this layer, tone on tone, but with the texture, and it just really made this part pop out. So let me glue this down, because since it's got so much texture, it does need to be adhered with some kind of a stronger adhesive. So I'm going to glue that down like so. And I like to put my block over it while it's drying. There, like that. And I think this is dry enough to handle. I'm going to use some snail. Sorry, it's Stampin' Seal. Still getting used to that. It's forever. Okay. And this is crumb cake, and this layer is 4 1/2 by 3 1/2. So it's just a 1/4 inch difference from one layer to the other. And now I'm going to, I need to add the fence. Now, because the fence dies are very intricate, I like to use the adhesive sheets. So what you do is you take an adhesive sheet and stick it on the back of your cardstock. This part is still covered, so it's double-sided. So the sticky part for now is down. Then I ran it through my Stamp and Cut Emboss machine, and what came out was the fence with the adhesive on it. So I'm going to put my fences right about there. So I'm going to remove the adhesive, which all you have to do is get it started and it comes right off. And let's see here. I know I need to, I'm just going to set that down but not press it yet. And the one side of the fence really needs to come over the crumb cake border. Oops. And oops, I don't want that quite so tippy. By the time I get done handling it, it's going to be stuck down. Sorry, my hand just got in the way. Okay, so let's, okay, that's what I want, just like that. Stick that down. This one is still okay, so I'm going to go ahead and press that down. Okay, so now I'm going to bring back in my folded piece of cardstock. Make sure it's opening the right way, which I have done that wrong before. And let's add some adhesive. Again, it's because this is texturized, I do like to use the wet glue. And we'll put that down, bring my big block in, and hold that. Now what we need to do is work on our sentiment. So what I wanted to do, let me bring in my card again. I wanted the just the enjoy your day. I didn't really want the relax for this card, so I did the Post-it note trick and covered up my relax. And using Bermuda Bay again, with a little scrap of white, I'm going to ink this up and then remove the Post-it note. Ooh, I got a lot of ink down there, so I'm going to have to be careful not to rock. And I'm just going to put it on this little scrap, like so. And I'm going to trim that down with my scissors, coming real close. Like so. And I went ahead and added some half dimensionals to the back. And let's put this card to finish it up. So I have my half dimensionals peeling off the back, and I'm going to put this right where the water and sky meet, a little over to the, I want it to go on top of the crumb cake, just barely, like that. Close up my ink pad. And then I'm going to need to make a bow with my linen thread, and I don't want a crazy big bow, So what I'm going to do is just kind of put these and shape them. Pull it a little bit smaller. And I'm going to add that right there with the glue dot. What I'm going to do with my glue dot is I'm going to kind of roll it like a hot dog. And get it nice and small and really wad it up. And I'm going to put my, it's going to be right under. And I am going to just press my knot right down on it. There. Cut that and that. That looks pretty good. Now, we've got to do the inside. And for that, I've got another piece of the basic white, and that one is cut 5 1/4 by 4. And I am going to use my Bermuda Bay. Let me get my chamois. I didn't clean that off. There we go. And I am going to just stamp that there. And then I'm going to come in with my Sahara sand again. Put some little grass at the bottom. And we'll throw a few birds in there too. And let me cover this black up. Let that dry just a minute because my black pad was so juicy and new. And for my embellishment, somewhere here on my table, yes, here they are, sorry, are these new faux sea glass shapes. It's amazing because this is really what sea glass looks like. Different shapes, different colors. And I'm going to put on 3 in different shapes. And one more. Put that one up there. There. And then for my inside, that's dry enough. I will put it on with some seal. And there's my card. And I just want to go there. It looks so peaceful, but it's real. This is idea is right out of the catalog, which I love that we can reproduce and add our own twist. And another card I made using the same idea, but tearing my white and tearing my crumb cake. Everything else is about the same. I added a knot up, or the bow up there. Everything else is just about the same. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you soon. Bye.